Okay, this is 11-6 spheres, so we've done surface area and volume of pyramids and prisms, and now we're moving on to spheres. Spheres have their own set of formulas. Spheres are pretty easy. This is probably going to be the easiest section you've done in this chapter, or in this unit. There is no lateral area for a sphere. By the way, a sphere is a ball, in case anybody didn't know that. It's the shape of a ball. Okay. There is no lateral area, it's just surface area and volume, and these are the two formulas. Now some kids have a problem getting these formulas mixed up. They're pretty simple to use. The only thing you need to find is the R, and you just plug it straight in. Keep in mind that surface area is two-dimensional. That's why it has an R squared. Volume is three-dimensional, so that's why it has an R cubed. And the way to get the coefficients not mixed up is to remember that the 3's go together. Okay? Real quick example. If I give you a sphere and tell you the radius is 10, surface area and volume, you literally just plug into the formula. Okay? 4 pi r squared. 10 squared is 100, times 4 is 400 pi. I left this in terms of pi. You don't have to. If you want to turn it into a decimal, that's fine. Volume equals 4/3 pi 10 cubed. Type that in the calculator. 10 cubed is 1,000 times 4 is 4,000 divided by 3. Again, I left it in simplest terms, but if you want to put it into a decimal, you can. So that's how easy most of your problems are going to be. Most of your problems are going to be just like this today. Now, there are some harder problems that you're going to come across. Okay, so let's spend most of our time on notes talking about those. Working backwards. Okay, I'm going to... cover this up for a second. Working backwards. What if they don't give you R? Okay. In this example, they give you circumference and ask you for surface area, but you can't use the surface area formula unless you know what R is. So I hope I've enforced this or encouraged this enough this year. Remember, anytime they talk about a measurement, even if they're not asking specifically for circumference, it's mentioned. So the first thing we're going to do is write down that formula. If we plug in what we know, 27 goes into C, then we can easily solve for R. Now, watch how I type this in the calculator. 27 divided by 2 pi r. The reason why I divided is because this is 2 pi times r, so the opposite of that would be division. If I type in 27 divided by 2 pi, what happens to the pi? Does it stay on the bottom of the fraction? Nope. Does it need to be on the bottom of the fraction? Yep. Okay, you're doing 27 divided by 2 pi. The 2 pi have to be on the bottom together, which this is why this gives me the wrong answer. You need to type this in with parentheses, 2 pi. Okay, put the 2 pi together on the bottom gives you the correct answer. Okay, now that you have R, you can plug straight into the surface area formula. 4 pi r squared. Put your R into the formula, and you're done. Let me give you one more example like this. Oh, keep in mind, you will have one of these problems on the test where you have to work backwards. Okay. Here's another working backwards problem. What if I give you surface area and ask for volume? Again, to do volume, you need your radius. We're not given radius, but we're going to start with the formula that's mentioned, surface area. Write down the formula, plug in what you know. 12 pi goes in for the surface area. 12 pi equals 4 pi r squared. To get r squared by itself, we divide by 4 pi because this is multiplication, so the opposite of that is division. So you divide by 4 pi on both sides. The pi's cancel. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So at this step, we just had 3 equals r squared. How do we get rid of the square? We square root. The opposite of squaring is square rooting. So once you get to this step, you need to square root to get r equals square root 3. Now that you have your r, you're ready for volume. Write down the volume formula, plug it in, and that's it. Really, really easy.